Hello, my name is Mr. Condorso, and I am one of 4 Project Lead the Way teachers here at Lenape High School, looking to welcome you to Lenape and talk to you about what Project Lead the Way at Lenape has to offer. So here with me are the 3 other teachers who are...
Hi, I'm Miss Miller. Nice to meet you.
And I'm Mr. Scott.
And I am Mr. Bross.
So what we're going to do is you are going to see each of us a little bit larger as we talk about the courses that are offered in Project Lead the Way. Project Lead the Way is a 4-year engineering program, a STEM program, which covers a lot more than engineering. So the first year course is Introduction to Engineering Design. I'm going to speak about that briefly in a few moments here. In the second year, you have the option of 2 different courses. So you can choose a course between Aerospace Engineering and Computer Integrated Manufacturing. In your junior year, the course is Principles of Engineering, which Mr. Scott and Mr. Bross teach, and we'll talk more about. And then 4th year is a capstone course called Engineering Design and Development. So a little bit about the first year course. It's called Introduction to Engineering Design. It's modeled after an engineering fundamentals course or intro course to engineering on a college campus. So what we do is we talk about the engineering design process, technical drawing, visualization. We use a CAD package. We are currently using Onshape, if anybody's familiar with that. I know some students are using Fusion 360 as part of the robotics program. And it's a hands-on course. Every year, it's modified and becomes a little bit more hands-on. We do some CNC fabricating using laser engravers, laser cutters, and 3D printing. We also have the option of using some other equipment in the school. And we have some tools in the room where we do hands-on modeling. So we do mathematical modeling, graphical modeling, and software modeling, and then of course the physical modeling of solutions. We also spend time working in teams and talk about how basically what engineering is and how engineers work together to solve problems. And speaking next is going to be Miss Miller, speaking about aerospace engineering.
Hey, everybody. So aerospace engineering. All right. We spend the entire year talking about aircraft and spacecraft. So we talk about the physics that make them fly. We talk about what they're made of. We talk about how engineers focus on designing the aircraft and things they need to consider, including human physiology and the effect of that. All right, and we spend some time with the robotics. We talk about satellites and how they're built and how they're used to gather data. All right, and so we build balsa gliders, we build model rockets, we manipulate satellites and windmills. All right, we will also use your CAD skills that you learned with Mr. Condorso in IED. All right, and we'll use that to manufacture composites, laser cutters, 3D printing, and things like that to put it all together to prepare you for Principles of Engineering next year.
And I teach Mr. Scott, I teach the other sophomore course where you can select, which is called Computer Integrated Manufacturing, or SIM for short. Okay, and with SIM, what we go about doing is in the beginning of the year, we're going to talk about the general manufacturing terms and basic ways to manufacture products. And of course, we're going to look at the computer integration system of it. So instead of just coming in and starting to cut out a part or create a part, we want to work with computers for more accuracy and more repeatability with that. So we integrate software involved in that, and then we also simulate that. So the first part of the year is basically working with different sensors and detecting objects and learning how to code that so we can make motors spin at the speeds we want based on whether or not an object is this distance apart and what the sensor tells us. In the second unit, we're going to look at the CNC work and how to program a CNC machine to specifically cut out a part, all right, to the exact dimensions. So we're going to, again, expand on Mr. Condorso's CAD skills, and we're going to work with a program which is called CAM, which is computer-aided manufacturing, and teaching it how to do that. In the third unit, we're looking at robotic arm sequences and seeing how to program a robotic arm to make specific movements. So we're going to integrate some mathematical principles, all right, and be able to locate objects in a coordinal plane, and then determine how we want to interact with the robotic arm in order to do different functions for that. And then we finalize the course with what's called the factory system, all right, where we actually completely, as a class, work on a integrated design so that each student in the integrates their program, all right, and works as an assembly line, and it's completely automated with no human interaction besides just to initiate the program. So that is the second year, all right, which then leads you, if you take Ms. Miller's course or my course with SIM, will lead you to POE, which is team taught by myself and Mr. Bross. And I'll hand it over to Mr. Bross to give you the generic things that we do in Principles of Engineering.
Hey everyone, I'm Mr. Bross. As Mr. Scott and Mr. Condorso mentioned, I co-teach Principles of Engineering, POE, with Mr. Scott. The premise of POE is to kind of give you a rough, general, not even rough, like actually a pretty thorough general background on a lot of different fields of engineering, right? PLTW, as we do it here at Lenape, is an engineering program first and foremost. So the purpose of POE is to give you a little bit of insight into some of the different fields that you could get into and what they're like. We start out the year with materials and structures, systems, power, energy, and its use, right? We look at simple machines, complex machines. We look at energy, we look at efficiency, motors, torque. We start getting into from there. We do a little bit of electrical engineering, get into some circuits and schematics. It's going to take advantage of some of the skills that were built up in the prior courses, but adds on to that as well. From there, we get into structures and systems, right? All about kind of your civil or mechanical engineering approach to things, right? We get into bridges, trusses, buildings, and design, right? With hands-on projects where we build, bridges. We take advantage of some of the skills from sim and aerospace to kind of build something a little bit better. We put it to the test. From there, we get into, some alternative energy, right? We look at the sources of energy, a little bit of chemical and materials engineering. We get into control systems as well, a little bit of software, computer and electrical engineering, as well as statics and kinematics, statistics and kinematics, which is more my world of things. I am first and foremost a physics teacher here. For those of you I'll be seeing in a few years in AP Physics. I teach all of them. And we do a lot of, physics of motion, forces, dynamics. Why do things move the way that they do? How will they move? We build projectile launchers. We play games with them. I know in years past, we've had this great, live, take up the whole room game of Battleship, right? Where we have different targets. Mr. Scott's really into that one. We've got a lot of really cool projects. It's very hands-on, and it gives you a really good idea going forwards of what you might be leaning towards in the world of engineering. From that class, we head into EDD with Mr. Condorso.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bross. So EDD is Engineering, Design, and Development. It is the capstone course for Project Lead the Way, and it's very much modeled after a capstone course in a college engineering program. So students work in teams to identify problems. We actually start out identifying problems as a class in the beginning of the year. We break down into teams. Teams select problems that they're interested in working on. We research them, develop solutions, and then work with mentors in business and industry, a lot of them professional engineers, in order to develop solutions to the problem. There is a preliminary design review that's part of the course, So it's similar to something that you would do as an engineer, right? You're developing a solution to a problem, and you go through a peer review process where you get some feedback about where you might be heading with the project. Then after we're partway through the process of designing a solution, we have what's called a critical design review, where we get some additional feedback. And then at the end of the year, we have a formal presentation that's we call our capstone presentation or reveal presentation, where you get to present all the great work you've done, not just in EDD, but all 4 years, because it really is a culminating experience of all 4 years of your work. And that's typically an open public meeting. We've done it virtually when we've had to, but it's a great celebration. It's a great experience. And you will hear some of our former students speak about that when they speak as part of this video. So once again, thank you for your interest in the program. We certainly hope to see you in class. And as I said, there will be some student videos following this. So you'll be able to see what students are experiencing in the class from their perspective.
Hello, my name is Madeline Brick, and I'm currently a freshman. This is my first year taking our Project Lead the Way course, and I would greatly recommend it to any of you who want to take this course. Project Lead the Way teaches you a lot about engineering yourself and other people. Some things that it teaches you about engineering is how to use online software and engineering software in order to create 3D models. Mr. Condorso also teaches you many things about paper and pen sketching, which can really help you. Some of these things that this class has taught me about myself is that you need to go in with a good mindset and be positive. This class has also taught me that you need to be motivated and make sure to persevere. This class has also taught me a lot about my peers and has allowed relationships that otherwise wouldn't have formed to form. One thing that you might want to know is that you should always reach out to your teachers because they're just there to help you.
Hi, my name is Christopher Lamb, currently a junior at Lenape, enrolled into the PLTW program. One of the courses I had already completed during my sophomore year was Computer Integrated Manufacturing, where I learned about the ins and outs of both manufacturing and automation. I really enjoyed the design challenges and group projects offered in this course, which included designing an elevator and creating an automatic assembly line. The skills I've learned in this course are not exclusive to just PLTW, as I've also used these skills such as problem solving and critical thinking in courses such as math or chemistry, and even programs such as robotics. This year, I'm looking forward to more technical projects and more independent projects, and I hope to use the skills that I learned in this course not just for engineering, but also for the rest of my life.
Hi, I'm Emily Mullen. I'm currently a junior at Lenape High School. This is my 3rd year in the PLTW program, and freshman year I took IED. Sophomore year I took Aerospace Engineering, and this year I'm currently enrolled in POE, which is also called Principles of Engineering. This program within itself has taught me so many life skills that I'm going to need for beyond college and into the workforce. We learn a lot about obviously engineering within itself, the different types of engineering, but also I've learned so many different life skills such as time management, making sure all my projects are in on time, teamwork, which is a major role in any course that you take in the PLTW program. You work with so many different people for so many different projects throughout any course of the program. I would recommend this program to anybody that likes to challenge themselves academically and likes to take risks. This program is so much fun. I love working with all the different teachers and learning about all different types of engineering, and it's really branched on my learning.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Dow, a senior at Lenape who is enrolled in the Project Lead the Way Engineering Program, or PLTW. As you graduate from Harrington and look at the opportunities you will have at Lenape, I want to tell you about this course. It is not a traditional pen and paper class. What makes PLTW so unique is that your solutions come off the paper as tangible results. To see your design in action, a product of you and your classmates' combined efforts over many days or even weeks, is an experience like no other. The different design challenges in PLTW will help you discover how you approach problems, how you work well with others, and how you develop solutions. Most importantly, no matter your science or math background, PLTW is an approachable class. It will help you discover problems you're passionate about and encourage you to take action. That is a skill that goes beyond high school and into your career. Passion, innovation, discovery. That is the spirit of PLTW and why you should take initiative and apply for this amazing course. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Garrett Williams. I'm currently a junior electrical and computer engineering major at Rowan University. I found Project Lead the Way very similar to my freshman engineering clinic classes at Rowan. I found it a good way to introduce you to the general engineering process, as well as learn some specializations depending on whatever course you take. And my favorite part of Project Lead the Way, the 4 years that I took it, was definitely the final product and presentation. And although I was pretty nervous for the final presentation, it was a very interesting and unique opportunity, and I did have fun with it with me and my partner. And I think it's just a really unique opportunity to show off all the skills that you learned in the past 4 years, and also to show off your unique product that you created.
Thanks a lot. Take care.